What's good, party people? Bang, bang, bang. Welcome back to the I don't know. Got a more laid back flow today. I still want to talk about some things that are they were inspiring. I think I waited a little bit late to record this one. Is what it is. Yeah. It is what it is. But what came to us a minute ago was the concept of this is episode 3, by the way. And check out the book, Path to Joy. There'll be a link in the share with this video. Should be up there, maybe, in the subject heading on Instagram. Well, it won't be on Instagram, but YouTube, yeah, should be down here. I got to put that link down here. So up here, down here, go ahead and give it a click, and you won't be disappointed. You won't be disappointed with this book because there's some resources in there and some references that are just, I don't know, I think anything associated with this subject, this topic, whatever you want to call it, your life. Okay, we're talking about the instruction manual of the self, all right? Knowledge of self. I mean, just, existentialism, right? Yeah. If you're interested in that kind of a thing, I mean, some people don't give a damn about themselves, okay? Oh my gosh. Or they do in a very weird type of way, But anyway, yeah. The book's good. Good book. Okay. But anyway. Oh my gosh, what were we gonna say? It was something we were reading earlier, and it really had us kind of up away, And see, that's the thing, your person, you have to watch it. It fluctuates between energies, right? You see it moving, and you're gonna hear me say this quote a bunch. You can't say it enough, okay? If you hang around a lame, you're sure to develop a limp. That's Marcus Aurelius. I can't. That statement never gets old, okay? And it's centered around the concept of your emotions following your thoughts. And if you are not, the Bible talks about idle hands or something, or the devil, or whatever. But if you're not preoccupying your mind with things that are uplifting, based off of the science of your psychology, damn it, I mean, you start out in the dumpster, okay? Human beings are psychologically hardwired, it seems. It goes back to Neanderthal days with, always looking for dangers, And see, don't think that the people that are running all this don't know your human nature. I mean, marketing companies study your psychology. Corporations, business firms, they understand the human mechanism. And most human beings are just walking around like, it's like, what's that dude on Ice Age? Okay. He's not a sloth. He's some kind of something, okay? I love him the most, man, okay? I tell you, okay? I forgot his name, man, but I tell you, that movie, you wouldn't want to waste an hour and 35 minutes or whatever it is, if this thing wasn't in there, whatever this thing is. It's not a sloth. I don't know what he is. I tell you. Okay. There's an old saying, I can't remember who said it. It's like, once a man has acquired a certain level of knowledge, he's unfit to be a slave. There's another saying that goes, once a mind has been expanded, it can no longer go back to, what it was previously. I tell you, I don't know how to describe it in terms of looking at the masses, just observing the public blind and arguing completely like elementary and preschool things in regards to understanding how your person has even come to start functioning, how it moves and how it operates. Anyway, if you're watching this, clearly you're one of those folks who does care. It's good to meet you. Say something in the comments. I would love to chat with you, all right? Because you find far and few who would actually like to have an open mind and discuss what is and what can be in regards to deeper and more profound understandings of the mechanisms and how they operate within our collective consciousness. Chop wood, carry water. I tell you. What we read, it was talking about divine purpose. There's another quote from some old philosopher or intellectual, and it says something along the lines of, a man with a purpose can endure just about anything or will find a how as to get something done. It keeps you moving, There's another saying I got from a friend of mine. Man, I would drop their name. I didn't ask permission again. It's just one of those things. But I don't know if he came up with that quote or if he heard it from somewhere else. But a man doesn't need happiness if he has purpose. Oh, jeez Louise. That statement in and of itself should bring you to your fucking knees, okay? Jeez Louise. Okay, I don't know. Maybe this isn't happiness. No, it's happiness. This is happiness and joy, okay? It's joy and happiness, okay? Because that is a big, giant fucking yes. That is an affirmative. I tell you. Purpose. Yes. Purpose. Jesus Christ. And see, the greater your purpose, do you understand that your person is a community of 50 trillion cells? They all communicate. Everything is about energy and frequency. Everything is divine, homie, because everything is the nothing. Do you know if you write I love you on a jar of water and I hate you on a jar of water, it affects the water on a molecular level. The one that has I love you on the container is, you can drink both waters, but there's something in the one, and I don't have this stuff memorized. Again, this is the kind of stuff you look at it, it makes you say, what the fuck? Go Google it. AI will tell you exactly what I'm talking about. All right? See, I don't need to be able to say it perfectly. Once I know it and it's already been assimilated in what you can, perceive to be a me, well, at that point, it's going to act accordingly. It's self-feeding, okay? There's nothing you can do to stop it once you open the box. That's it. You're done. Once the seed is planted, the game's already begun, okay? It started before the seed was put in there, okay? Because the fact that the seed was planted meant that it was always supposed to be right where it was. Oh my gosh. I tell you. This is great. So anyway, what was I saying? Yes, we were talking about purpose. Oh my gosh. Purpose. Purpose is like a undepletable fuel, okay? It's like, purpose is like, it's like a train and all the cars in the back of the locomotive, none of them are passengers. It's all coal. All right? It's just as long as a regular commuter train. And okay, clearly I'm talking about the old school classic original trains, the ones with the long arms on the side. And they got the big black smoke coming out the front. They're all black and they just look gothic gnarly. Yeah. I'm talking about one of those. Yeah. Old school. Every car, nothing but coal. That's purpose, okay? Yes, indeed. Oh, yeah. And see, if your purpose is something weak, something material, that's not sustainable, y'all. That's not hitting on any level energetically through your person on a scale of consciousness that would be truly invigorating and inwardly self-sustaining. We're talking staying power here. Yes, indeed. The ability to plow through anything that the body is karmically supposed to be receiving. Because you just fall deeper and deeper into surrender, my G's. So that you could literally relax through everything. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. Your life is a gift and you're going to embrace the all of it most beautifully. Holla if you hear me. Oh my gosh. But yes, to receive all of this, There's a popular misconception, and that is assimilating this concept of divine purpose means that you have to do something out of the ordinary or extra special, and that's not the case. You could be doing whatever it is you're doing now. I don't care what you do for a living. I don't care what your status is, what state you live in, what your home structure is like. If you don't even have one, I don't care. I don't care who you are, how great you think you are, how tiny you think you are. I don't care who you are. You do not have to change a thing about your story, about your situation, about your circumstance to align with your divine purpose. Well, you don't have to wear some kind of special outfit. You don't have to talk a certain kind of way. You don't have to play with magic bells. I'm not knocking the magic bells. Trust me, they work. Okay. Oh, yeah, they do. Okay, everything's energetic. It's the harmonics on that one. All right. That 432 hertz is a banger, okay? It'll do it to you. You catch those frequencies right, you feel it resonating all through your brains. Oh, man. But you don't have to do these things, okay? To have divine purpose. Yes, your divine purpose comes from your heart. You feel it in your chest, and it resonates all throughout the rest of your body. It's a beautiful, glowing energy. For this joy, the only thing you have to do is operate and maneuver in such a way that can be, keyword, inwardly seen as being selflessly. And the way you do that is surrender every moment of your experience to the nothing. Dot, dot, dot. Of which you or I am now. Every moment I don't care what you're doing. Okay, I'm thinking about some things here. Okay, I'm about to just bust it out of my purse. You could be going straight ham donkey. Okay, or whatever your favorite position is. Okay, you could be way deep in this. Okay, I'm trying to get a point here, a certain type of fucking way. Okay, I don't care what you're doing. You could be banging that donkey. Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh, okay. That's just what it is, yo, okay? You could be doing it up, okay? Oh my gosh, man. You could be trying to write an essay, man, okay? And not using AI. You could be doing anything, my guy, okay? I don't care what it is, yo. I don't care what it is. I do not care what it is. I do not care what it is. You dedicate it and you surrender it to the nothing. Okay. Now, okay. Here's the thing, okay? You can't be doing anything under 200 and doing that, okay? I mean, you could, and that would be some really weird shit, okay? And not in a good way. Okay? They talk about doing that kind of stuff, and it's really fucked up. Not to anybody else, really, but you. I mean, everyone else on the surface, if you're doing it for some, manipulative reasons, some nefarious bullshit, okay? But, nah, man, you ain't gonna get nothing from that, man. It's a complete contradiction of energies, and you're not gonna reap the benefits subjectively of committing that kind of fucking turkey, all right? So your intentions have to be loving, period, end of the sentence, okay? Regardless of how perceptuals perceive your activities, that does not matter. What matters is your earnestness and your personal, pure, loving intention. That's it. Your relationship between you and the Supreme is, I was going to say it's a personal one, but I mean, you as you perceive yourself to be don't even exist. Oh my gosh, man, I'm telling you, it's like, here's the thing, everything happens perfectly, I'm very grateful for the ones who come through, whether it's on the socials or even on YouTube, who kind of understand and get what you perceive to be a me is saying, or I should say trying to convey or conveying, one or the other. Because we were quiet for a very long time. Oh my God. I mean, shit, we've been on this path since 2006. And we actually, back then, from then till about 2011 or 2015, one of them, We were doing a public access TV show. We were trying to get this stuff out there heavy duty, but we would blend in the things that we were saying with a lot of stuff that was popular at the time. And things in life changed after that. And it wasn't so much a private existence, it became public. And there was a fear of ridicule, right, for speaking our truth. And so we went a very long time without doing that. But after 2020, yeah, we didn't care anymore about that. And it's just progressing. For every action, there's an opposite and equal reaction. But see, all of this is just the show being presented within and for the full display of the I don't know. But one thing is for sure, and that is you where I am now. Okay? You exist, at least what you perceive to be your me, in a paradox. Because see, no matter how much you choose to refuse to accept or believe, the science of it, my G, is everything about what you perceive to be your me is 99.99 some odd percent empty space. So you're mostly not there. But see, when I tell you these things, most human beings don't care. They're consumed with what their belly tells them. Okay? All right? Or their balls, or their vagina, or their mind in terms of, finances and fears and traumas and shit they haven't surrendered or let go from when they were little children and shit. All these things obscuring the truth of their existence, buried in psychology, keeping the mind deluded from its actual circumstances within reality, which is what you or I am now, right now, the nothing. But some people, they don't want to address that. Meanwhile, it is by not addressing it, it's the sole reason why when it comes to life, your avatar's constantly stressing it. I tell you, wookin' panab in all the wrong places. Wookin' panab. I tell you, it's because you don't study the mind that you don't realize it is your mind that makes you feel and do the things you do. And it's not until you and only you begin to start to discipline yourself in the things that you do, in the efforts of moving consistently towards being loving unconditionally towards all things, based off of the realization that you are, and everything is a part of the singularity of consciousness, and ripping your brains from its enslavement and complete indoctrination to the rules of the game within the game. Damn. I don't know if you can hear me, man. You know, you get more of what you think about, you know. Whatever you do with most of your time, you become that. You know, they say if you do something for 5 years, you're like, what do they call you, a pro, or you've mastered it? You're a master, okay? The thing is, that thing that you do for 5 years, it actually starts to, it's part of your personality. But none of that shit has anything to do with reality. Oh my God. See, you got your shit all switched the fuck up. Yeah, see, there it goes again. Where are we at? 30 minutes, my friends? Don't want to look at that. Well, I needed to see that because we're at 30 minutes, and I guess I need to just go over some things that I saw today that were really good. Again, you got to understand the whole point of this show is to set it up so that you have a place that you can go and unpack your brains to kind of take the shackles off for at least a few minutes, right? And just imagine your current state of infiniteness. By implementing this into your day-to-day, it changes things exponentially, emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually. Oh my God, yes, everything, the whole thing. Expanding your awareness of consciousness is the greatest of all things, because it has an effect on you almost immediately. Oh, it changes how you experience everything. Let's jump into these. I'm feeling really good right now. This is great. All right, let's see. What do we got here? I tell you, this guy, he's always got some good one-liners. I love it so much. That's what made me chuckle. I remember my son. He's in there. Here we go. All right, so this one here, don't fall on me. We'll read it. It says, to see your miracle, you must first recede. Otherwise, you will be strapped to undulating energies, constantly fluctuating from happiness to misery, spontaneously, with no way of receiving a reprieve, except by way of or through accepting that you are, I am now, the nothing. If you don't ponder the fact and the idea that you are greater than experientiality, well, then that is all you will know, and you will be trapped by the perfectly unbroken sphere of your cerebral cognitive state of experientiality. You will be stuck in your projected sensual, electrical sense of a pseudo-reality that is superimposed upon what in actuality is reality, but because you never take the time with your mind to ponder such a thing, you don't have an experience of it within your subconscious programming. So reality to you is a lie, and your projections within your perception is the only reality you see. Ironically speaking, considering the fact that you are I am now. The nothing. Wow. I love you guys. I really do. Every single one of you. Whoever it is watching right now. I don't care who it is or whether or not you understand what we're talking about. I love you because you are I am now. Speaking of which, this next one is really good here too. It says, it's an oldie but goodie. I mean, I'm digging it in the crates for these things. Never regret. Me. Okay, here we go. Never regret being a good person to the wrong people. Your behavior says everything about you, and their behavior says enough about them. I love how in that quote they didn't say everything about them, because the only thing you know about them is what you perceive and what you project, and that is not who anyone is. No more than what you perceive to be a me is a me, is not. Everything you think is who I am is everything you think I am. But that's not what I am. I am that I am, okay? And so is everyone else. I acknowledge and respect that, okay? I recognize it. Everyone is the I am, the great I am. And everything I perceive to be a someone, I know, matter-of-factly, that's not who they are. In fact, I completely disregard that, thankfully, because, you know, if I couldn't do that, if I didn't have the ability to step over perceptuals, personas, oh my God, I'd be playing whack-a-mole like a motherfucker, okay? You got to figure that out. That's over a decade ago. It's like, God damn it. Okay, wait, stop. Stop. Okay, what does it say? Don't get mad at the clown. You have to ask yourself why you keep going to the fucking circus. Stop fucking with those clowns, man. If you no longer enter the tent, then you're not going to be fucked with, okay? That is recognized. You where I am now, okay? You got to figure this out, okay? It's very important. I'm trying to tell you, it's so important, okay? I wouldn't be wasting my time and my life doing this here if it wasn't. Okay? I would. I tell you, I would. If there wasn't some kind of kickback, all right? Some kind of subjective kickback, all right? And I mean, it would have to be significant, all right? It would have to be significant. That's the only way. Okay? But anyway, I read that again. It says, never regret. No, I don't know what it is with the R's and the W's today. Never regret being a good person to the wrong people. Your behavior says everything about you, and their behavior says enough about them. Yeah, it says enough. Okay, it's like, okay, I got you. Got it. You can see clearly. Okay. Like, all right, I see it. Okay. Everyone refuses to surrender. All right. It's a whole lot of blame going around here. We talked about that the other day. I think it was Teddy Roosevelt. I didn't look it up to make sure it was him, but I think it was. He had that sign on his desk. He said, "The buck stops here. Fuck it." He's gonna man up and bang, take care of. I'm gonna take responsibility, accountability. All right. This is for me. I chose this situation. I chose these people. Well, you don't choose anything, but this is where you are. This is where life got you. So you surrender, you let it go, and know that everything's temporary. It's going to keep on moving. It ain't going to stop. It ain't going to stop. Anyway, everything just is. There you go. What you experienced, are experiencing, and will experience is precisely what you're supposed to go through. The question is your avatar going to move honorable or in spite of what it is you or I am now, which is the nothing? Knowing full and well that regardless of how you see it, taste it, touch it, smell it, everything is. It just is. So relax. My tube. Breathe in, breathe out. Enjoy your temporary miracle to experience a sense of separateness in this middle realm of physical, dualistic existence. And inwardly be still. You're good. You're doing a good job. You're doing a fabulous job, okay? All right? I'm trying to tell you. Okay, you're doing better than you think you are. Earth is, it's in the middle, okay? All right, so it's not the greatest thing out here, and it's not the worst, but it's a little bit of both, all of it in between, okay? So, yeah, you're doing a good job. You're doing a great job, okay? Let's scroll on down here. Oh, geez, this one here. He's always on it, man, this guy. Paramahansa Yogananda. I gave that book away. I got to buy another one. Autobiography of a Yogi. Gave it to a previous coworker. Well, I let him hold it. I planned on getting it back, but life changes in such a way so quickly. Sometimes wasn't even thinking about that book. I was just like, damn, okay, zinger. Okay, so yeah, he's got that book and it's cool. Oh my gosh, I'll get it again. But I know when I first got it, it was probably back in 2018 or 19, somewhere in there. Maybe 20. I don't know, probably 18 or 19. It was a gift from a friend. And I took a long time to start reading it. Then when I started reading it, I was like, wow, this is a really good book. I tell you, okay. Those Indians, man, they got everybody beat, okay? All right. Oh my gosh. There's so much. There's so much, okay? And you'll have your own little experiences if you haven't already. I've spoken to plenty of people. I know that it happens out there, but it's one of those things. It's not even water cooler talk. Sit in an office when nobody else is around, and it's spoken with like it's lore with a whisper. Yeah, okay, let me tell you. Okay. These are people that are, oops. Okay, I guess we're supposed to change the subject. Okay, we're supposed to, what time is it? Oops, come on, let's get this thing right here. All right, this is going to make for one hell of a podcast. Let's see. That's how you get started. All right. There we go. All right. I tell you, it's great. Okay. What do they say? You don't have to defend the truth, okay? They say the truth is like a lion. You don't have to defend it. Just set it loose. Oh my gosh. And see, that's the beauty of it. Once you're aligned, how it's delivered doesn't matter, okay? Because you're focused on holding the frequency a certain type of way. It changes everything, okay? All right. But anyway, oh yeah, I remember what I was saying before where we had a technical difficulty there. Yeah. Let's just go ahead and read Paramahansa Yogananda. I just like saying his name too. It's good. So anyway, it just makes you feel good, Right activity, right? He's teaching people. I want to say he was running around the United States in the late 1800s. All right, that's how long ago this guy was trying to spread the word over here in the United States. But I mean, he won because he's still around. And you see his videos, he was making strides, okay? So the seed was planted as good as it was going to get planted back in the 1800s, way before the internet, okay? I mean, good God, he did a good job. He did a really good job. But what he said in his right activity is, first meditate and feel the divine presence. Oh my gosh. Are you listening to what he just said? It's subtleties. You have to inwardly be paying attention to your subtle body energy. You have to become deeply sensitive to your body's alchemy. You have to become an alchemist. You have to listen to the slightest whisper of your chemistry. have to become extremely sensitive to this, my G's. First meditate and feel the divine presence. Then do your work. Yes. Saturated with the consciousness of God. Yes. Sit with it. If you do this, you will never become tired. Yeah. If you work for your divine beloved, your life will be filled with love and strength. That is sustainability, okay? Remember the train, okay? Yeah, man, okay? Oh my gosh. That one doesn't even need to be expanded upon. I did it already, actually. It was, yeah. Oh yeah, this is good here. I love this so much. Bodhidharma. So this is, I believe, like an old Buddhist saying or proverb. I'm going to get ready to read off here. And it says, when the mind appears, reality disappears. When the mind disappears, reality appears. When you are in complete alignment with the reality of your existence, not the matrix of your mind, the Maya, and the games that we play here, the circus. I'm not talking about an alignment with the circus. Nope. We're not talking about the circus. We're talking about aligning with your divine presence that is pervasively spread throughout your entire experience. Allowing any of this to even be, and if it weren't for your pure awareness, there wouldn't be anything here for you to see, okay? When the mind disappears, reality appears. And this is whether you're in closed-eye meditation, contemplation, which is really just open-eyed meditation, which is a mind that has been developed and steeped in meditation for so long that the subconscious programming and the brain physiology, as well as the grace, everything has come into full alignment to create a most profound human experience that keeps your avatar steeped in bliss, happy for nothing else but its own existence. As in, hey, I'm just happy to be here. Okay? I don't understand how a person can't find any benefit from this. Okay, it's pure turkey business. It's insanity. I mean, it's literally, motherfuckers is running around here with backwards brains, okay? They're chasing their joy as opposed to just reveling in it. It's ridiculousness. But when the mind appears, reality disappears. And that's because for the average muggle, they have not placed any value on their existence. Their existence is meaningless without having certain things in place. They don't have certain things, certain nouns, then their life is worthless. How do you know this is true? Because people wouldn't be suffering the way they are. Life wouldn't be the way it is if everyone was just happy the way life is, the way it has been gifted to you in the moment. I tell you, this shit is real fucking simple, man. I tell you, it's unbelievable. But yeah, when the mind appears and all the bullshit in it, reality disappears. That's why in deep sleep, you're in a profound state of peace, bliss, and happiness. No one's complaining in the middle of the night. Look. But rest assured, your pure awareness is still here. It never goes anywhere. It's just that everything associated with what you perceive to be your me is off. All right, consciousness gets a break of your turkey business. All right, they get a timeout. Oh my gosh, put them in timeout. I tell you. What time is it? Okay, we got a few more minutes. Let's see if we can find something else. I tell you. Let's see what we got here. Oh boy, this is a little heavy duty right here. I don't know if I want to back this one. I did this time for a minute. I love you. This is a pretty good one. It said, the lips of wisdom are sealed, except to the ears of understanding. That reminds me of, I think it was Jesus or somebody in the Bible. They said, you look but you don't see. You listen but you don't hear. It's like, motherfuckers telling you what the fuck is what, but everything in you won't allow you to see it. It reminds me of another old Native American kind of proverb or story, but it was when the colonials or whatever, the Spaniards were coming over here with the ships and everything in the early days, and there were some natives, what we call today Indians, but Indians are in India, which is where Columbus was trying to get to. And then he came over here and he saw these brown people. He said, hey, the Indians, okay. Okay. He didn't want to go back home and say, I completely fucked up. No, he just, yeah, okay, anyway. Yeah, he said, he just named his own people something. Anyway, okay, I tell you. But, yeah, when they rolled up with those ships, man, think about it. It's the kind of shit people would do today if there was no such thing as the internet, the satellites and shit, People can check your shit real quick, okay, as long as they're not lazy about it, all right? You say something today, if it's bullshit, motherfuckers gonna find out real fast, okay? They're gonna find out real quick. Meanwhile, back then, it took him like 3 to 6 months to get over here or some shit? I don't know. He went back, he was like, look, everybody, don't give me no bullshit, man, okay? It's the Indians, okay? I tell you, all right? Like, if you want to go back on another adventure, if you want to get paid, man, keep your mouth shut, all right? But anyway, when they rolled up on the scene, okay, there was some natives out there, and I can't remember exactly how the story goes, but the natives, I think they had come from the ship on their little boats, the little dinghies with the oars on them, the rafts, whatever, and they come in the shore, leave the ship deep out there in the deeper waters, anchor it down, and they're coming in with the little boats, And they're talking to the natives. And the natives are like, where'd you guys come from? Because, they're coming in with all their gear and their swords and medals and things, and all this stuff. And they're like, yo, where did you come from? And they're like, our ships, right over there. We came from the ships. And they're like, what ships? They couldn't even see the ships. And they kept grabbing more and more natives, and nobody could see the ship. But the medicine man, the shaman that they had, he could see the ship. All right? And all of that comes from, once again, your eyes can't see what your mind is not willing to imagine or be open to. You don't understand how profound the control of your subconscious programming is. It decides everything about what you see and what you're doing, okay? And meanwhile, you run around here and you think you're in control. Meanwhile, if you would surrender that, either completely or progressively, one or the other, just steadily chip away at it by just watching your mind, to be inclined not to be lazy about your experience here. And I'm trying to tell you, you'll get something out of it. But yeah, this one was pretty cool to me, and we're right at 1 hour, so I guess we're gonna close out with that one, my G's. And well, no, we'll close out with this one. This is a good one. I love this one. This is more of a discipline. It's not so much spiritual. It's Marcus Aurelius. Big fan of this guy. And he says, if it's endurable, then endure it. Stop complaining. Yeah. And on that, okay, it's a wrap. Prayush, I love you. Namaste. And yeah. Fucking bye.